Bueno, este es el segundo video. Ya entramos a la residencia de este señor, del señor Felton, que tiene como una enfermedad un poco rara.
Please, this way.
Pero yo quiero ver qué más por ahí.
Bad habit.
Ah,
Yes, such a shame. You should quit. You have no idea how bad this is for you. Not only for your health, but it's also very expensive. Money and time wasted. I have so much to do every day. I couldn't waste time with such a bad habit.
Do you assist Mr. Felton all day?
Oh no, from midday to 8 p.m. Then I go back home. I live near here. If needed, he can contact me with a pager, but that's not often. His wife takes care of him when I'm off.
What can you tell me about her?
I met her just a couple of times. She's usually out or locked in her bedroom when I'm here. Let's say they don't seem to get along.
I didn't know.
But, you know, when she's home, she listens to the same music, the same song, over and over.
qué casota. Una casa grande, mire eso. Me gustaría poderla explorar después. Una casa bonita, ¿no? Pero tenebrosa. A ver qué me dice.
This way, please. Mr. Felton will be here in a few minutes.
Okay.
Y me aquí solo. Esa casota. A ver. Vamos a ver lo primero que una foto. Bueno, un cuadro, sí, una foto. The coronation of a virgin. The young girl gazes into the sky above with stunned eyes, and a light hits her. But something is out of place from the dark sky. The threatening storm are descending. The hideous hands of stranger creatures. These pictures, this picture makes me feel uncomfortable. ¿Qué más hay acá? ¿Qué hay acá? Ah, puedo correr el cajón. ¿Hay algo ahí? New collectible unlocked. Mr. and Mrs. Felton's farm. Rosu Gallo closes danger of contamination. Women and the Felton indicated violations of criminal activity against consumers and production employees. October 2nd, 1971. The Rosu Gallo farm, pride of the Gallos, close to the suspected contamination. It has been reported that many products have been infected by toxic pollen. That could be the cause of severe parasitosis. The owner, Ariana Gallo, top right here, o sea, a la derecha, en la foto de la derecha, arriba, her husband, the notary Richard Felton, bottom right, o sea, abajo a la derecha, bottom right, professor, and company's partner, Albert Elias Woodman, large picture, la foto grande, la larga. Around the investigation, the latter has been allegedly accused by Felton himself of having used the company to carry out pharmaceutical experiments, taking advantage of corporate funds and his wealth. Tomando ventaja de los fondos de la corporación y su testamento. Indeed, the warning came from the residents and the companies, likewise the Ashmen who managed the building and supervised the harvesters, the sisters of the joint company. Ahí están a la izquierda. Among the reported system and informal source monitoring for the creation of parasites and in some cases keratosis, photosensitivity, following the heavy allegation. Voy a leer rápido. He's been to his former business partner Richard Felton. He personally funded me. It is worth noticing that Felton himself and his father promoted and funded the Penoxyl Project, a drug for which Wyman himself was nominated for the prestigious Medicine Award in 1957. Es que está haciendo frío y mi garganta es esta. Was retired from the market a few years later due to disastrous side effects. Meanwhile, Felton's house. Voy a cerrar la ventana, está entrando mucho frío. Listo. A ver, ¿aquí dónde llegamos? Digamos que una droga en la cual el mismo Whitman fue nominado por el premio de la prestigiosa medicina en el 57, pero fue retirado del mercado unos años más tarde, además sí, por los desastrosos efectos secundarios. Mientras tanto, voy a seguir leyéndoles en inglés. While even at Felton's house, which was used as location for product distribution, the activities ceased as a result of the scandal. The Ashmans and Feltons also broke off any kind of relationship. As a matter of fact, the Ashmans claimed a substantial reform for the damage they suffered because even their children had been infected, and as a consequence, uy, hasta los niños, hasta los hijos de ellos se resultaban afectados por la droga. The authorities assume that the contamination has developed from the groundwater. Por el agua del lugar. Not used for the irrigation, no solamente usada para la irrigación de las plantaciones cercanas, sino también para el uso común de los dos hermanas que quedan en el monasterio cercano. O sea, for the Ashmans and the 12 sisters of the nearby monastery. To see the other side. Ya le están diciendo, you damned son of a bitch. See what they write about me on the news. You wanted to tarnish me, but I get back at you. Surely I will. Starting with your daughter. Do you believe she doesn't know who her father is? I'm sure he would be glad to know that she is his daughter. Just you got balls. Take your own responsibilities. What am I saying? Well, you never got balls. Listo, y ahora algo pareció ahí. ¿Qué pasó?
Do you believe in God, miss?
Well, it would be too easy, wouldn't it? I believe in people's willpower. Everything else is not God, but an aptitude or mankind's cruelty.
This is the kind of fairy tale I prefer at my age. When you're worn out from an incurable disease, you start having some doubts. Why is there so much life in such small but lethal creatures? An arbiter, that's all we need.
For what? It's wrong and crazy. It's human nature.
That same nature in which we are equals to those ants eating each other. But, pardon me, I forgot my manners. Please, sit down.
No me dejó ver el otro libro.
Dr. Reed, I suppose?
Sorry, Mr. Felton. Pleased to meet you.
So you already met Gloria?
Yes, she let me in.
She's a great reference, extremely hardworking, but back to us. I don't recall seeing beautiful doctors like you at the Institute, Dr. Reed.
I am flattered, Mr. Felton. I arrived at the Institute just a few months after you left. And you left because?
Inadequacy of the sanitary treatments within the structure.
That's right. And in a few words?
In a few words, they didn't know how to treat my case, and they left me there to die.
But it seems that other issues took over.
I once or twice refused to go through exams.
Mr. Felton, is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, Gloria, yes. See if Dr. Reed needs anything.
Oh, no.
May I offer you a cup of tea or coffee? Espresso?
No, thank you.
As you wish. How about you, Mr. Felton?
No, thank you. I'll keep entertaining our guest. You can go now.
You're diagnosed? 1958?
Yes, indicatively. Some friends and I contracted the disease while traveling to Egypt, and it got worse.
In addition to the disease, the first exam showed some inconsistency. Some hormonal deficiency? Overdose of non-prescribed drugs, opiates,
Fenaxil.
Phenoxyl? Wasn't it recalled in the mid-60s?
Doctor, don't you think that nowadays there are ways to obtain drugs without any prescription?
I believe so. According to your file, you still receive your disability pension. Even better, it seems that the beneficiary is your wife, Ariana Gallo.
Exactly. She's the one who takes care of me when Gloria is off.
How about your daughter?
My daughter, Celeste, has never come back home.
Disappeared. She was adopted, am I right?
The investigators confirmed that she intentionally left. They never suspected a kidnapping since there was no ransom request.
How about Weeman? Wasn't he a suspect?
A flash in the pan, an idiot who brought confusion by sending warnings and threats.
And her birth parents?
Dr. Reed, young girls often decide to just go. And this is what my daughter decided to do.
Jennifer.
What did you say?
At times, you'd call her Jennifer.
No, my
Mr.
daughter.
Felton, what has really happened to your daughter?
I just told you.
How about the off-the-record version?
I am not sure where you're trying to go with this, but I won't tolerate. I don't have the strength for this now.
Puso bravo.
I know you've been trying to forget her, but this picture might help you to.
What is this? Where did you get this picture?
Isn't she your daughter? Celeste, or as you called her? Jennifer?
I asked you a question.
Back of the picture says Jennifer.
There is no Jennifer!
You thought I was stupid, didn't you, Mr. Felton? Do you really think I'd come here without knowing what I'm
Who
talking
are
about?
you, and why did you come here? Did you come to my home to threaten me with your condescending
Threatening
tone?
you? So maybe I should ask your wife then.
She's not home.
Seems like she is.
Mr. Felton, I just talked to the director of the Institute on the phone. They have never heard of Dr. Reed. She is not what she claims to be.
Well, Miss Reed, if that is your real name, your time here has ended. Please, leave my property. Miss Gloria will escort you out.
Please follow me.
Mr. Felton, please, tell me what you did to your daughter!
Good evening.
Follow me.
Mr. Felton.
Ah, entonces no, me confundí. Jennifer es la hija del tipo, no de nosotros.
You know the way. How do you even...
How do I do what?
How do you even sleep at night? You use people's lives regardless of the pain you cause. The Feltons have been through a lot. And they are good people.
Gloria, a young girl disappeared.
We all know the story, unfortunately. A burden that the Feltons will have to carry for the rest of their lives. Celeste just left them.
If that was the case, There was a motivation behind it. And it threatened her life.
Pero yo debía haber investigado más la casa. Había cosas, muchas cosas, muchos corredores adelante, pero no me dejaron investigar en la casa. Achievement unlocked, disappearance. Enter inside the web of life, and this is moving by. No me dejaron leer. Para ver la casa y investigar la casa. Claro. Automáticamente están en el juego eso. Y entró de una. Y va a abrir la puerta automáticamente sin nosotros hacer nada. Pero vamos a investigar. Qué miedo ir solos. Unos tacones blancos, unas medias veladas como grises, un prendedor como morado en el cuello. Y tiene otra cosa más ahí al lado. Uy, tiene un tapete parecido al que tenemos en el altillo acá en la casa. The metronome. Now you can say it again. All the buttons. Okay. Los espejos que tiene el coso que mide lo de la música. Total flashlight. Flashlight is sonares of both dimension and the dark. It may be difficult to find difference. Press the flashlight switch to light up the way. A reminder to turn on. Please dimension that the practice complete. December 68 happily together. ¿Otra vez? A ver, collectibles. Este ya lo habíamos visto. Y este happily together. No, yo ya lo había visto. Entonces la otra cosa. Pero entonces cerramos la puerta, cerramos el camón. Y ahora vamos a quedar acá. No. Entonces, porque se puede abrir el cajón, vamos a abrir ese cajón. Y acá vimos. Por acá. Mira, acá hay más partes. Para ahí. Ya abrí abrí ese cajón, ciérrelo otra vez. Cierra. Eso. No, que yo abrí ese cajón. Cierre ese cajón, cierre el cajón. A ver. Open multiplication. Ah, no. You can take up to a maximum of 3 original configuration. There are different types of configuration. Controls, selecting. ¿Lo cogemos? Ya lo cogemos. Hola. Entonces, ¿cómo vas a ver? Equip. Aquí por acá. Escalera. Ah, un cuchillo. Esto depende de... Bueno, está aquí.